Hi everybody, this will be a video series of how to model a 3D character in Maya, primarily using the box modeling technique. So we're going to start off by importing some image planes in of some basic drawings of a front and side view. These are PNG images. They can be really any image format, but we're going to use PNGs. What we're going to do is in Maya we're going to tap spacebar and go to the front and side view. So in the front view, instead of perspective, we're going to go View, Image Plane, Import Image. Then I'm going to go locate my folder and locate my front view image here. So we'll go ahead and drag that in. From the side view, we're going to do the same thing. View, Image Plane, Import Image. Find that folder again. All right. If you have drawn them in a consistent way from the front and side view, they should align. So that's one thing. The images for the front and side view should be drawn proportionally to one another. So in the perspective view, they put them in the center of the grid. That's going to make it kind of difficult to model with. So we're going to take the front view image plane and just drag that back. And then we're going to take the side image plane and drag that back, and then pushing it back in the negative axis. That's -41 in the translate X, and -68 in the translate Z. Now I can just make this an even, like -100 by -100. The idea is from the front and side view, the grid's in front of the image planes, but in the perspective view, we can easily still manipulate and move around the objects in 3D. The other thing I wanted to mention here is we're going to be modeling this character for the purpose of bringing it into a game engine, so more specifically for the Unreal Engine. So we always want to model to scale. So I'm actually going to pull in the mannequin from Unreal to understand the overall scale of the character. You could scale your model up to begin with, or just scale it up after you've got the base forms. But the final output, we're going to need to make sure we scale the character properly before we finish modeling. So if I go to File, Import, I've already exported from Unreal the mannequin as an FBX file. So this is an FBX. I'm going to let it run through its import process. So according to the base grid, my character model is going to be too small compared to the default scale in Unreal. So what I really need to do is take those two image planes, select both of those, and scale them both up. That might be good from the front and the side view to kind of see. So we'll scale, we'll move them up. I want my mannequin to be my base proportionate scale for the character. So we're going to continue to scale until the shoulders and the head are roughly the same size. So I want the feet, on the ground, and we'll continue scaling until we get the character proportionally. My front view drawing is not exactly in the middle, so I'm just going to move it over left to right, something like this. And we can go to the side view and see what our scale looks like there. My scale from my side view is pretty good. My head is a little large. It's all right. But from the side view, I do want to select that image plane and kind of move it forward a little bit, something like that. I am going to have different proportions. I want a little bit more stylized proportions for my character compared to the basic human proportions like shown on the mannequin. But that's going to be pretty important to make sure our proportions are set so that it will import into a game engine without having to worry about this. So since I've scaled up, I now just need to move my image planes back more. So let's just do -500 now by -500. There we go. So that should be pretty good. Now we can always just keep the mannequin that has the skeletal joints and the geometry in our scene and just turn on and off the visibility. So I can 1 for visibility on, 0 for visibility off, or I can use display layers. So I like display layers for organizing my scene. So with my mannequin group selected, I can go to my display layers and do create layer from selected. I can double click that and call this one mannequin. And on the same regard, I can take my two image planes. I can create a new layer from that, and then we'll call that one image planes. Good. So now all that's left is I can just go to that layer, turn on and off a layer. And these two objects, I'm going to want to lock these layers. So if I hit the third box twice until it says R for reference, I can reference both of these layers. So there's no way that I can accidentally scale or move or adjust or even select my image planes or the mannequin. So it's a really good way to organize your scene. So now I can start with a cube. Let's turn on our mannequin layer again. Scale our cube out, and this will be our starting point for our pelvis. There we go, kind of position it, and we're already ready to go. We're good proportions ready to go for a game engine. Before I do anything else, we can rename our cube body, and then put that in its own layer as well. Create layer from selected. And we can call this one geometry. All right. Okay, so everything has its own layer. That's going to be really nice. All right, so this is going to be a quick video tutorial series. So we're going to do shorter videos that all connect together. That'll wrap it up for today to start the project. For this first video, the next video we'll pick up how to model the torso.